Hello, hello, everyone. I know I'm a couple minutes early. I shall just give it time for people to enter. Hopefully, everyone's had a nice evening. Well, I say evening, it's 6 p.m. my time on Thursday. Got quite an interesting story today. It's a few months old, but there's some new details released. Just see if anyone wants to enter into the room tonight. I should have checked my headphones work. I'm sure they do. Come on in if you're lurking. I like lurkers. I do. Love lurkers. Right. If not, I shall make a start. Is it 6 o'clock yet? Oh no, I shall wait 3 more minutes because it's a bit early yet. So I'll just sit here talking to myself for a bit, shall I? It's been chillier here today. Oh, disclaimer. How dare I forget? That was close call. Right. We have to have a disclaimer on this one. Well, should really have it on all of them. But I'm trying to get into the habit of putting a disclaimer up every single time now. Because, you know, some people might be more sensitive to certain topics if it's a bit close to them. So we need to make them aware of that. It could be graphic content and descriptions, strong language, either they could swear or I could swear, and sensitive topics. Like I said, if it hits someone closer to home than they want, then they might want to leave before the story starts. And as I always say, viewer discretion is advised. So if you don't think from the description in the underneath the title that this story is for you, then we'll see you on the next one. Just see. Oh, I'm still early. Wow. I thought I was going to run late. So I don't mind waiting this long because that means the first few minutes people can just skip ahead and that. And plus, I don't know what time it is in like America and California and Australia. I think I got people from. Still not 6 o'clock yet. Shoot me. I was 3 minutes early. But I don't want to start the story and then find people coming in dead on time. I should have put out a notice saying, be on early. So I think in future, I will put in the description that it may be 6 o'clock, or it may be 6:05, or it could be 6:55. So, right, it's 6 o'clock now. So, disclaimer, like anything, if you're going to be, if you're sensitive to this topic, and it's not an easy topic, it really isn't. It's horrendous and it's monstrous and heinous acts to do. It really is. So what I'll do, I'll just go read out about her because I can't remember it from word. And some people might not have even heard of this story of Rebecca Park, and it is really a shame. It really is. So Rebecca Park was a Michigan woman. She was 38 weeks pregnant at the time she was reported missing in early November last year. She resided primary with Wexford County, Michigan, and was last known to be staying with her boyfriend, Lee Richard Fowler, at residence in Cedar Creek Township. Rebecca was the biological daughter of Courtney Marie Bartholomew and sister of Kimberly Sue Park. According to statements documented by investigators, Rebecca had strained and complicated family dynamic and had expressed concerns about the stability, finances, and potential involvement with Child Protective Services after she gives birth to her child. But just days before her disappearance, Rebecca had contact with multiple family members and was seen attending a family dinner, visiting a hospital for possible early labor symptoms, and making plans to spend time with her mother. She was last seen on the evening of November the 3rd, 2025, after leaving her mother's residence. I'll just quickly go back and check if anyone's come in. Nope, so I'll carry on reading. I don't mind talking to myself. On November the 4th, 2025, Rebecca was reported missing by her sister. So that would be Kimberly. After she failed to make contact and could not be located, a missing persons investigation was opened by the Wexford County Sheriff's Office, and searches were conducted in the area where her phone was later recovered. 3 weeks later, November the 25th, 2025, Rebecca's body was sadly discovered in the wooded area in Antoch Township in Wexford County. The autopsy determined she had suffered multiple sharp force injuries and her stomach had been cut open, and very sadly, the fetus that she had been carrying was not recovered at the scene. No, it wasn't recovered at all. So, what Rebecca must have gone through must have been horrendous. It really must have been horrendous for her. The pain she endured, the worry if she was going to survive, if her son was going to survive. It's just a heinous act. It really is. And people like her mother and sister and that are complete monsters. They really are. So before I bring you the latest body cam footage, I'll just remind everybody by the news item about it. And I can always stop and go over it again. If people come in, I'm not in no rush. So I'll just go on here, enlarge the page, make sure you can see it, because I often have a habit of start playing a video for you to watch and then find out you got my big ugly face in the middle of it, and I haven't put it up properly. So I'm making sure. We got time anyway. I got all night if need be. If I get enough people in here, I don't mind doing 3, 4, 5 hours long. Well, I'll always find something to talk about. So, housekeeping rules, when you do come in, if you could hit that like button, I would really appreciate that, because that gets me into the YouTube's algorithm. And if you can subscribe and then set your notifications to all, so that way when I do any lives, you're notified when I'm live. And so I'm just checking on my cat and dog behind me because they're in a playful mood at the moment. And share this video as well, because it helps to spread the word out to more people. And it really does also help me out. I'll also put my banner across the bottom. So if you want to email me any cases, or you just want a general chit chat to me, you can email me. It's truecrimefiles2026@gmail.com. And if you fancy buying me a coffee, because, I don't earn any money from YouTube yet, because I'm miles and miles and zillion stars away from reaching the threshold that you need to be. The details are at the bottom there. I haven't sussed out how to link it into the chat, but when I do, I will link it. But let's get on playing this anyway. It's been 9 minutes already, me busy talking.
Tonight, the bizarre disappearance of a pregnant Michigan woman taking another gruesome turn. Her body turns up in northern
And it
Michigan, but
helped
the
if I put
status of her
headphones
baby
on.
is unknown. Fox 2's Jessica Dupek is tracking this case that's getting coverage really across the country tonight. And Jess, for good reasons, where is this baby? Everyone's wondering.
Yeah, Rube, it's just an incredibly sad story at every turn. And who we're talking about is 22-year-old Rebecca Parks. Her family says that she went missing about 3 weeks ago, and her body was found in a forest in northern Michigan in the Cadillac area last night. But the really tragic, even more tragic part of all of this is the location and condition of her baby is unknown at this time, and police are being incredibly quiet.
The young lady that was found resembles Rebecca Parks, a young lady that went missing on November 4th. And we are currently actively investigating that. That's a tragic time in our county, and
she's gorgeous.
Hopefully this brings some closure to this awful incident.
So as we said, Rebecca's family confirms her body was found in the Manistee National Forest by searchers last night, not far from where she was last seen by her mother 21 days ago, 21 days earlier near Cadillac. That's up north, of course. Oddly, it's an area that had been searched before, but she was not there. Now in court a day later, her baby's father, Richard Fahler, and Rebecca's younger sister, Kimberly Park, they're facing charges unrelated to all of this. He's facing drug charges, and she's facing charges for tampering with evidence and lying to police. None of them charged with homicide. No one at this point, and that is likely to do with the fact that an autopsy hasn't been done. So we will continue to monitor that charging situation. I do understand that the victim's mother, she also had a polygraph test last night. Unclear the results of that polygraph. Now coming up on The Edge at 11, we'll take you inside the courtroom up in northern Michigan. For now, reporting live, Jessica Dupek, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, it seems like an unseemly
Right, so I think that's it. Let me just play
question, but I do have to ask you, I assume that during the autopsy, they'll learn more about whether perhaps the baby was delivered or whether the baby wasn't.
That's absolutely right. And there's some pretty horrific speculation going on social media right now. Obviously, this case has caught a lot of eyes around the country. So I would caution as you go and Google search this case, proceed with caution.
Yeah, Jessica, we know you'll be on top of it. Jessica Dupek for us live tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, so that
tonight we're covering.
No, we're not. Hello there. Right, let me come back to my StreamYard. Yeah, so it looked ever so windy where that lady was, I must admit. They were arrested and have been charged, but I think there's still the court case to come. But the next footage I want to show you is the where did I have that page open? Let me I think this was the shush. I do hate it when it doesn't pause. So this is Law and Crime body cam. That's because I was just trying to restart the video, and I was looking at the words and talking at the same time, and of course the word that I'm looking at was wanting to come through my mouth. Oh, can't talk tonight. Shoot me. No, don't shoot me. I like my life. Share screen. This is what I want. Look, right. Full screen. So before I go ahead and play this, if anyone's coming in late, viewer discretion is most certainly advised. This is really close to heart. I've got a daughter who's 25 weeks pregnant at the moment, and I would hate if this happened to her. I really, really would. It must be every mother's worst nightmare and every family's worst nightmare. But knowing that it was her own biological mum and sister involved, they're just monsters. I don't know if they're in the right county where they can have death penalty. But, you know, I know drugs can make you do weird things and act different ways and things. Excuse me. But really, there is no excuse. There is help out there to come off drugs. I know it's not easy. It's like anything that's addicted, cigarettes, vapes, even drinking coffee can be addictive, you know. So I know it's not easy for anybody. And if anyone watches this that has had a drug problem and you're on the road to recovery, well done to you. You know, I'd be, you know, really happy that you're doing well, and that, because I know it can't be easy. I can't say, oh yes, it'd be easy, because I've never been in that situation. So, you know, all I can say is that good luck, take one day at a time and see where it leads you. And if you fall off the wagon, you fall off the wagon. You just get back up again and you're even stronger the second time round, you know. So just because you fall doesn't mean to say it's the end of. Just get back up on that ladder and start afresh. Right. So now I did the sensitive warning. I will go ahead and play this.
It's November 2025 in Wexford County, Michigan, where the viral case of a missing pregnant woman has drawn massive online attention. On November 3rd, 22-year-old Rebecca Park was 38 weeks along when she was last reported to have been seen by her biological mother, according to an incident report. But weeks later, Rebecca's body would be found in a wooded area near her biological mom's house, with her own baby cut from her womb and nowhere to be found. It takes investigators no time to drop a list.
Yep, you heard it right. They had the guts and audacity to cut Rebecca's baby away from her. And it was more than likely while Rebecca was alive. I can't remember because I haven't watched the whole story for such a long time now, or it seems a long time. But, you know, I've got all the court documents and police documents. So if anyone wanted them, I can go through some of them. But some of them are, you know, like an affidavit is like 13 pages long, I think. So, yeah, it can be a bit ridiculous. But I will show some documents at the end if they don't do it on this body cam. So warnings, again, I can't stress enough about sensitive warning, because this is a heinous crime. It really is.
Of suspects, including her birth mom, 40-year-old Courtney Bartholomew, Courtney's husband, 47-year-old Brad Bartholomew, Rebecca's sister, 21-year-old Kimberly Park, and finally, Rebecca's fiance, 43-year-old Richard Falor. A day before Rebecca's body was found, investigators escort Courtney to undergo a polygraph test. That's where we first hear from the soon-to-become murder suspect.
Yes, ma'am. We'd be en route from the Wexford County Sheriff's Office to the Mount Pleasant Post, transporting one female for a polygraph. Copy of file.
I just want my daughter found and my grandbaby.
Yeah.
No, 3091 secure. No need for further check.
See,
Be right back.
Raised us like the old days.
Yeah.
You didn't lie, you didn't steal, you didn't cheat. But now it's just, that's all people want to do. I've lied before. Time to lie about certain things.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's
Criminal stuff, it's like there are so many accusations going around right now.
I've heard it was quite the mess going on. What are some of the outlandish ones you've heard?
That Becca didn't get in the car, which she did.
Okay.
She didn't leave safe, which I don't know.
You think she did?
I don't want to interrupt this too much, because I know some people don't like too much chit chat, and I can chat till Rome is rebuilt. But I don't know how they can talk to these people inside the police car without giving them the Miranda rights. You know, because surely whatever they say here, even if it's recorded, can't be used. I don't know. I don't know the law and that because I'm in the UK, so I don't know the American laws and things like that. So, but you know, if someone does know, please leave it in the comments. But maybe they can use this as evidence, but it doesn't show us them being read their Miranda rights.
I wanted this baby.
Okay. Because you guys are kind of estranged for a while or something, right?
Yeah, but I wanted to show her that I want to be her mom.
Right.
That she didn't have to always say, well, you're just an egg donor. But the whole time that she's been pregnant, my cousin was giving me information on her. So I knew she was doing okay, at least. I've been trying to wrap my head around where she'd go. The other night we went looking for the car and I felt like a dog in the window. Just looking at every car that went by. Something told me to go after it.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't want to push her away.
Obviously, she didn't tell you anything about
543 going on? No.
somebody picking her up.
No. When I went back in to get the laundry soap, she just looked something off her phone at first.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went to go back out the driveway, she's like, Mom, hold up. I was like, what do you mean, hold up? She's like, I got somebody coming. I was like, what the f*** you mean you got somebody coming? She's like, I got somebody coming. So I just pulled out onto the road. And we waited, and the car was right there. So they had to have been close.
Right.
According to a police report, Courtney initially told investigators that Rebecca had gotten into an unknown black car and simply vanished. But something about her story isn't exactly adding up to the detectives. Moments later, Courtney returns from her polygraph exam, where she was informed that she was not 100% honest. But Courtney wasn't the only one with poor results on a polygraph exam. The next day, one detective confronts her husband, Brad, at their home, an estimated 2 miles away from where Rebecca's body was reportedly found, covered in leaves and sticks in Manistee National Forest.
I like this detective, and that it's like you can give him all the clues and then he can listen to you, and he's probably thinking in your head, I know you're fucking lying. You're lying B words, you know. But I do like him. And he's easy on the eyes too. Didn't say that.
All right, so you know we found her body, right? I mean, you guys said that you saw
I've
that.
heard.
Okay.
And I'd assume that's you guys are. Yeah. Why else would you come here and want to search my house again?
Okay, so you said that you were a convicted felon. What were you convicted of?
I got like 7 felonies or more. I have
7.
non-sufficient funds. I have a CSC charge. I got receiving and concealing stolen property.
You can see what he's thinking.
Malicious destruction.
It goes on and
But
on
other
and
than that, I
on
don't
and
have
on.
anything.
Okay, so tell me about your polygraph.
I failed my polygraph.
At
What
least
were the
he's telling the
questions?
truth.
Like he wanted to know what I knew about the disappearance of Rebecca. And the only thing that I knew at that point in time is that she got into a black car. Kimberly was asking me about the trails out back. And then when Rebecca called missing, I still didn't think about it like that because, you know, I didn't think her sister would hurt her or do anything, you know, so I didn't think anything of them trails back there. And then when he asked me if I knew anything about it, it's like, well, maybe and maybe not, you know. I don't know. I don't think so. No.
By the way, I have to just explain myself. If you see me smiling or hear me snigger, it's not because of the story, because, you know, nobody can laugh or giggle at that. I'm giggling at the detective here, or sergeant, whatever he may be. It's just his mannerisms, and I can see what he's probably thinking in his mind. And when I'm doing that, that makes me smile and chuckle and nod my head and cross my head no, you know. So, you know, I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm really not. So I just want to stress that, because a few weeks ago I did have someone email me and they weren't very nice to me about me. But I'm old. I'm thick-skinned. You know, I'm a 60s child, so I can put up with the rough and the tough. It doesn't bother me.
I guess Kimmy come to her mom and said something about her being in the black car that picked up her sister. Well, I'm like, why didn't you say something?
So you're telling me that Kimberly told Courtney that she was in the black car that picked her up?
Yes. That's what Courtney told me.
Brad points the finger toward Rebecca's sister, Kimberly, much like Courtney allegedly did in her polygraph exam. But in the later talk with her, this case quickly becomes a he said, she said.
Did you ever tell Courtney that you were in the car that picked her up?
No. That's the car that I drive.
Okay. But you never told her that you were in the car that picked her up from the house?
No, Courtney was trying to say I was. I never was.
Why she would tell me that?
Because she wants to frame me.
She wants to frame you?
Okay.
We'll hear more from Kimberly soon. Now, the detective continues questioning Brad.
Okay. So explain to me how Courtney came in contact with Rebecca on that last night that we know she was alive.
Courtney was supposed to go over and pick Rebecca up to take her out to get ice cream.
Okay.
And to give her $2,000.
Rebecca had reportedly been adopted into another family as a toddler, but had reconnected with her birth mom after she was allegedly promised inheritance money following the 2023 death of her biological grandmother. That's part of what Brad says was the pair's reason for meeting on the day of her.
There's no way she would have offered Rebecca like $2,000 or pounds or whatever it was, because, you know, she would have spent it all on drugs. She would have been high as a kite.
Rebecca's disappearance.
And then Rebecca sat there and said that she needed Tide Pods for laundry because she was nesting for the baby. Wanted to get laundry and everything caught up, everything done that needed to be done, which I'm going to do it all the time, unfortunately. If you have kids, you know this, I'm sure. And
he's not amused.
When I was told that she got into a black car and she told her mom that she'd be back, I wasn't here.
Where were you?
I was in my tent.
And what you're telling me now is that Kimberly now says that she was in that car?
Yes.
And she told Rebecca that, I'm sorry, she told Courtney that last night.
No, she told her that Saturday.
Saturday night.
Saturday. When she came and got her stuff out of her truck.
Well, whose car did she say it was?
She didn't. Courtney didn't tell me whose car she said it was. If she even said it, I don't know.
Okay.
It don't make sense to me either.
This is so messed up. Okay, so here's the situation that you're in. Okay, if you really are in a tent over in Harriet, and I'm not saying that you're lying, I'm just saying you got to think about things from my standpoint too.
It's cold.
Yeah,
I have Carhartts and I have everything.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you know a lot more than what you are reporting to me.
Yes.
You're the guy.
I don't understand.
Because Courtney knows a lot of stuff that she shouldn't know, details that have been reported, and she's acting in a certain manner.
Okay.
So I need your help.
The thing is she don't talk to me like
that. Yeah, but I mean, okay. All right. Well, why is she going on TikTok live saying that you failed your polygraph?
I have no idea.
Why would she do such a thing? You tell what do guilty people do?
Yeah, they put the fingers
see what I mean?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta stop it here. You can see what I mean by his mannerisms. You gotta love it for that. Shame he's married, and shame I'm a million of miles away from him in a different country across many miles of sea. I'd love to meet him.
With you about certain things that Kimberly supposedly said to Courtney, because even you said it, if she even said that.
Right.
So you, I mean, if anything, you know in the back of your head, like, it ain't adding up with Courtney here.
I've been with her for 8 years.
No, I get it.
I know
there's a lot of loyalty there, but there's also some crazy that goes on here that I can see.
There is. I will admit that. There's some crazy stuff going on.
So you spent more time with her than anyone else that I know.
Yep.
Okay, you'd agree with that?
I do.
So you're going to know more about her than anybody else would know.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So what has she told you? What happened?
She didn't tell me anything that happened.
Okay. Did you help her get rid of the body?
No, I did not.
Silence.
Now you're getting me upset because you don't want to believe me when I sit there and say these things.
The thing is, though, is I actually do believe you, like, about a lot of things. What I don't believe is that she hasn't shared things with you, because Courtney was the last one with her.
Right.
We can't verify the black car, but now conveniently,
it comes out that
Kimberly was in the black car now. I mean,
right.
That just looks like for court. Like that, nobody's gonna believe that now, especially after the phone was just found across the road.
Right. I understand that. It don't look good for Courtney, and I'll admit that. I told her that right from the get-go.
See how long's left of this.
So who helped her get rid of the body?
Got ages yet.
I don't know if she did anything.
Well, what do you mean? She was the last person with her, and her phone's across the road. Of course she did something.
On November 4th, Courtney and Brad reportedly found Rebecca's cell phone on a trail near their residence after Rebecca's fiance allegedly used Find My iPhone and shared the coordinates with the family. Keep this in mind for later.
You're trying to like distance yourself from her, and it's just like, I know you guys, it sounds like you guys got a up relationship.
We do.
Like, I'll agree with that.
We do.
But at the same time, you're still here, man, after 8 years. And if it's my wife and she f***ed up and did something that she didn't intend to do, I'm going to help her.
Yeah, but I'm not taking the blame for something she did.
I'm not saying that you should.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out in the polygraph examiner's opinion, you already knew she was dead before you took the polygraph.
I'll just interrupt here, guys. Like I said, I'll have some documents if people are interested in some documents. But reading up on the autopsy findings, I don't think I've actually got the report to that. I think it might be sealed, but autopsy findings, multiple stab wounds. The placenta was still present in Rebecca's womb, and the fetus was removed prior to death. So, you know, if they didn't knock poor Rebecca out unconscious, she would have felt every single one of those stab wounds. She would have felt them slicing her stomach open to remove her baby. You know, it's just so hard. You know, they're evil. They're the worst of the worst of the worst evil person I can think of at this time in motion.
Exam. Okay. So
Next, Brad rehashes his story before finally revealing new alleged details that begin to paint a picture for investigators.
Only thing I know, like I said, was that Courtney told me she got in the black car. The seat covers and that had white paint on it.
Okay.
Here
so
we go.
Here's what I think happened. I think that
I'm the one that removed the covering on this seat.
Where are the coverings?
I don't know if Courtney got rid of them.
And they had white paint on them?
Yes.
Okay.
Conveniently.
When did she get rid of them?
The day after I removed them.
Okay, what day did you remove them?
I don't remember the exact date.
Okay, but was it after?
It was after Rebecca went missing, yes.
How many days approximately after she went missing?
Probably about a week.
Okay, so about a week after she went missing, you noticed the seat covering. So they're like those slip-on covers?
No, it's actually the whole seat cover. The only thing that's in there is the foam in the frame.
You just noticed that they had white paint on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're trying to restore the because it's groundless.
I know, but nobody paints seat covers white.
I know.
You know what
It
I
looked
mean?
like somebody actually spilled paint on the seat.
Like, was the entire seat covered?
No.
But there was white paint
There was
all
white
over.
paint all over.
So maybe to cover blood up,
Maybe.
hypothetically. Did she mention why she got rid of the seat covers?
No, she did not.
Yes, she did. I mean, you got
She
to.
didn't mention anything to me about why she got rid of them. She told me that they're garbage. Why keep them?
Did she say how the white paint got on them?
She said somebody vandalized the truck. I didn't believe that. I don't believe that. I do not believe that somebody vandalized that truck. Nobody's going to come up on this property without somebody seeing. There's cameras.
Is there white
everywhere.
paint anywhere else other than the seats?
No.
You guys still have that white paint here?
No, we don't have any. We got white paint that we're painting the kitchen with.
See?
You think that's where the white paint came from?
No, I don't think so because we didn't get that until after the fact that she was missing. We got that 2 weeks after she was missing.
So where do you think this white paint came from?
I don't know. I think her mom had some white paint up above the washer and dryer, and then they disappeared.
Okay, so that white paint that was above the washer and dryer is not there anymore?
No.
Okay. Did you ever talk to her about that missing white paint up there?
She told me to put it in the trash can because it was old.
How long ago did you guys have that conversation?
When we went to go get the paint.
Okay.
Because I asked her why she was buying white paint.
And she was buying white paint for what?
The walls,
Which walls?
the living room walls, and the kitchen walls.
Has she painted them already?
Mhm.
Since she went missing?
Yes.
You think that's pretty weird?
Now, we rejoin Rebecca's sister, Kimberly, who was confronted by the same detective hours later.
He must be
What do you
knackered.
think happened to your sister?
I honestly think Courtney and Brad are responsible.
Why do you think that?
Because of Courtney's comment that she wanted that baby no matter what.
Okay.
She was well convinced she was taking that baby regardless.
Okay, so Courtney wanted to take Rebecca's baby. So how was she going to take it? Did she say how she was going to take this baby?
She never said how she was going to. But when I told Peace Corps the other day that Courtney and Brad were responsible, I had a feeling she was nearby.
You had a feeling she was nearby? Like geographically nearby? Like close to the location you were at?
Close to Courtney and Brad's.
House? Okay.
Courtney called me while I was here saying that Becca got in a car with somebody. But somebody was saying that my old man's my baby daddy's PayPal card was found out there by my sister. Courtney's had my wallet this whole time.
Who reported? You reported to the police that your mom said that she hit your sister over the head? Did you make that report?
I made the report, and that's what they told me that they did.
Who told you that?
Courtney and Brad, straight out.
Courtney and Brad told you what? Tell me what they told you straight out.
That they were the ones that hit her. They were the ones that, from what they said,
It's
murdered
always
her,
they, isn't
and
it?
they were taking the baby, and now they were just playing this game of how to get rid of this baby, get rid of her.
When did they tell you that?
The day after she
Did you notice she made a slip? She nearly said how to get rid of the bat, and that she nearly said the baby. I'll play it back one tiny bit, just see if you can hear what I thought she was going to slip up saying. A minute, let's go back there.
My old man's my baby daddy's PayPal card was found out there by my sister. Courtney's had my wallet this whole time.
I went back too far.
Who reported? You reported to the police.
Just
that your
listen
mom
to
said
her
that she
words
hit
before she comes out
your
with the
sister over
other.
the head. Did you make that report?
I made the report, and that's what they told me that they did.
Who told you that?
Courtney and Brad, straight out.
Courtney and Brad told you what? Tell me what they told you straight up.
That they were the ones that hit her. They were the ones that, from what they said, murdered her. And they were taking the baby, and now they were just playing this game of how to get rid of this baby.
Yeah, see? How to get rid of
When
this
did they tell you
baby.
that?
The day after she disappeared. But they
told you?
threatened me and my daughter to stay silent.
Okay.
My adoptive mom promised me that nothing was going to happen to my daughter, so I could tell.
Okay, so you're telling me that Courtney and Brad confessed to you that they killed Rebecca.
And Courtney's been saying for the last couple of months that she was taking this baby no matter what, no matter the measures.
Kimberly points the finger right back at Brad and Courtney, but investigators aren't exactly buying her story.
You're lying. I mean, we could start there. Okay, that's not true.
Now, Kimberly changes her story and says Rebecca's fiance, Richard, and she shared some kind of romantic connection that she says led to Richard admitting to, quote, taking care of it.
So the plan is going to kill Rebecca so the two of you can be together. Is that correct?
I didn't know he was going to kill her.
What do you think he was going to do to her?
Leave her? I don't know.
So this is your story.
She's either really thick, stupid, or she's mentally not quite there, sort of like, I don't know, like ADHD or autism or something like that on that sort of spectrum. Or she is barefaced liar. And I know which one I want to believe is the barefaced liar, because they're all bloody liars, except for these two people. I like how she sits there nice and quiet.
The only involvement you had was lying to the police and that you and Rich were going to be together, and he told you that he took care of it.
It's the only thing he told me.
Okay. All right. Are you okay sitting here for a minute while I get out and talk to my partner?
I was going to go back inside. I gotta go to the bathroom.
You got to go to the bathroom? Okay.
Kimberly is allowed to go inside momentarily, but it's not long until she's back in handcuffs.
So you're under arrest because you can't knowingly provide false information to the police when they're investigating a missing person complaint that results in a homicide. Okay? So you can't do that. So that's a no-no. So why did you do that? Why did you tell her that Courtney and Brad did this?
And if I didn't, I was going to end up like her.
And what did you interpret that to mean, that you would end up like her?
Just disappear.
Just
no explanation.
Just disappear with no explanation. And when you refer to her, who are you talking about?
My sissy.
Your sissy is who?
Rebecca.
Okay. So now, when she went missing, say to you after she went missing?
He didn't say anything.
No, I mean, what did he tell you when you asked him about it?
All he said was, I took care of it. Don't worry about it.
He said, I took care of it. What did you interpret that to mean? What did you think that meant?
I thought he just broke up with her. But she just randomly dipped out. Not he killed her.
Why would Courtney tell me that? Because we know Courtney didn't do it.
Courtney's trying to frame me. She said from the get-go she would be out to get me.
Why?
Because I pissed her off with telling her she's never going to see my daughter. And Becca straight out to me that she was never going to see those two boys.
Next, we hear from Richard as the series of disturbing events continues to unfold.
Tell me what you know. I know November 3rd, Courtney
come pick Rebecca up. And she said, looked at me, said, I love you, I'll be back. About hour and a half. We got up next morning, realized Courtney texted me, which is her biological mom.
Right.
And she actually read her messages. I was like, what are you talking about? She left with somebody. She's like, I don't know. I couldn't see who it was. And it was somebody in a black car she took off with.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we don't know anybody with a black car. Mm-hmm. And we got off the phone with her. I tried to call Becca's phone 6-7 times.
Richard explains how he pinpointed the location of Rebecca's phone, but it's what he says happened next that leaves detectives scratching their heads.
Lights on it, and Courtney called me, said, I'm on my way to your house, we have to talk.
Okay.
I didn't even know Kimmy sent the location to Courtney.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Brad got there, and I seen Brad in the driver's seat and he pulled towards Courtney in the passenger seat, so I walked over there. Courtney rolled the window down and handed me Becca's phone.
Okay.
And I sat there, I was like, I wasn't sitting, I was standing there.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, huh. Where was it at? She said it was sitting on the trail across from my house. It's like, I don't understand what's going on because Becca don't go nowhere without her phone.
Mm-hmm.
And she told Courtney, I was like, something ain't right.
You said your relationship with Courtney is not great because you guys have a past. What about Kenny? You guys seem to be like at least communicating to trying to help find Rebecca. How's your guys' relationship?
It was fine. Now, me and Kenny don't really. We talk maybe every few days.
Okay. And is that uncommon, or is that like, was there a reason why it started to peter out a little bit, or?
Because she was, I believe it was because she was all staying on at Courtney's.
What are your theories? What do you think happened?
At first, I thought Courtney had something to do with it.
Well, and that's kind of where I'm going with this, is that now everybody's pointing fingers at each other. People are saying, Courtney did it. People are saying Brad did it. People are saying Kimmy had something to do with it. You haven't even brought into it that you and Kimmy did something with it,
Both Richard and Kimberly were taken into custody. Richard was booked for multiple unrelated drug charges and later released after Kimberly allegedly admitted to lying about his involvement in the crime. Kimberly was booked for tampering with evidence in a criminal case, lying to a police officer during a violent crime, and filing a false report of a felony. Meanwhile, crime scene investigators began a search of the Bartholomew's property, where we joined Courtney and Brad, who are busy browsing headlines while officers wait with them inside.
When I watched this last night, I went, oh, it's like that, is it? These two are under investigation, or suspicion at least, and they're oblivious. They got like dog food on the table. Why you would have dog food on the table and not in the kitchen? Don't know what these are. Can't quite work it out with my eyes. But yeah, these two, and there's like tablets there, fizzy drinks there. You'll discover what they're like while the two officers are there. I don't know how they can act like that. They're incredibly stupid. And looking at the trailer, it looks like they got rubbish up here in this top cupboard. That's the only reason why I can think is that you would tie a bag up is if it's rubbish. But that's just my opinion. And I am entitled to my own opinion. And that whether it's good opinion, bad opinion, stupid opinion, it's my opinion. It came out of my mouth. They're my words. I'm on one today. I've seen so many distressing, upsetting videos today that, you know, it's just sent me on a bender tonight. Hence why I thought, right, I'll do a live at 6 because I was out most of the afternoon.
Additional Life 360 shows that Rebecca's sister, Kimberly Park, is currently at the show.
Okay.
Oh.
There again, you can't believe everything else.
The family has shared that the father of Rebecca's baby has been booked into the Wexford County Jail, according to the family. He allegedly stated during a call from the jail that he is being booked in connection with a homicide. I know what I'm going through. I can just imagine what he's going through.
All right.
But his is different than mine.
My whole lot different. It was his baby.
I gave birth to her.
Yeah.
That is my baby.
All right.
Don't deserve to have kids.
Brad has been arrested.
Be right.
Hey guys, I didn't know I was in jail. Did you?
You're pretty funny for being in jail.
Right. When did the jail start letting you smoke cigarettes? And drink Mountain Dew?
Next, the pair carry on chatting with officers before choosing some interesting topics of conversation.
I told her, we have these 2 chickens. I'm killing them when they're big enough. She's like, okay, we'll name them lunch and dinner. She wouldn't let me kill them.
I couldn't do it.
No.
I took the day that we were gonna off them, and I couldn't do it.
Nope.
I could not.
She would not let me
do it. I was like, you can't do it.
A fresh chicken would be so good, though.
It's like, no, you can't do it. I'm sorry.
I'm like,
and not.
Can I kill Big Bertha then?
I was like, no. She might be a bitch. I said, but you're not killing her.
She wouldn't let me eat the duck either. Right.
Can you imagine paying $600 for that? No.
My wife would kill me.
Honestly, the hard.
I spent $100. My wife's killing me. Yeah. And we're almost out of tobacco, so.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
They better hurry up.
They need to hurry up and get it done because we need cigarettes. Otherwise, somebody's going to die. Probably me, but somebody's going to die.
Becca, I'm still not totally.
You don't say things like that when someone has died. Not well, she did die, but she was murdered. So that's why she died. But you don't say something like that when you've got 2 officers in your trailers. Oh, someone's gonna die. You know, how thick is this family? They're a real bunch of hillbillies. Totally.
There. Again,
I know you want to
totally
be in denial.
processed.
I know you want to be in denial of it. That she's still here, that she's just out. That she took out and she's having the baby in a different state. I understand that.
This could all been avoided.
Yeah.
Had she come forward.
If she would have just asked for help.
I thought that was a third copper over there.
If Kimberly
I thought there was a policeman there.
That too.
As the case continues growing legs on social media, Courtney takes a moment to read some messages and posts.
Oh, here we
If
go.
I know your address, you best believe I don't have someone come there and drag you down the road. You stupid bitch. I swear to God, you killed your daughter and your grandbaby because you're a jealous, nasty, fat pig who smells like meth. Bitch, I'm only 12 hours from your house, actually. I will have people come to your house and they will never find you or your family. They will never find Rebecca or the baby. Rebecca is not your daughter, and that baby is not your grandbaby. You killed them. You killed them. The cops.
Yeah.
I will keep that.
All the time.
You're ready to spend the rest of your life in prison, trifling ass bitch, and your pedo husband. I hope you rot in hell.
Me
Can't get your
too.
drugs in prison, and definitely won't be having a baby in your hands. You sick motherfucker, your life is over.
Moments later, Courtney turns her attention to the search taking place at her home.
I will
But
gladly
you
open
gotta
it up.
remember them searching my house like that and using that luminol, making sure there isn't blood.
Yeah.
Also clears us.
I know it does. And that's what
And I
I'm
ain't gonna find
happy about.
shit.
That way I don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about anything because there's nothing they're going to find anyways, but still.
Do you know?
5 days later, in a shocking turn of events, Brad allegedly admits to detectives that Courtney.
Be prepared, Kimberly. I'm talking to you, Kimberly. This is very sensitive and it is heinous. It really is. Because you didn't see the beginning of the live where I gave out the warning a few times. You know, this is it can be sensitive to some people. And like I said, I've got a daughter who's 24 weeks pregnant, and she's a high risk pregnancy at the moment. So I would hate this to happen to my own daughter or anyone's daughter.
Was the one who stabbed Rebecca. We join Brad alongside investigators as he directs them to where he says he disposed of the weapon and where he says he witnessed the stabbing.
And that's the dumpster sitting right there.
So first right and the dumpster right here on the left. The GFL dumpster? Okay. And how did you pick this particular apartment complex and that dumpster?
Oh, itchy,
My wife
yeah.
used to live here.
Okay. When was it that you disposed of that knife?
Wednesday,
Okay.
the 5th.
Wednesday the 5th. Okay. So it was a couple days after everything happened?
Correct.
Okay.
And just rolled around like you just did and then just stopped and threw it in there.
Okay. And describe the knife to me.
It was like a hunting knife.
Was it your knife?
No,
Okay. Do you know whose it was?
it was Courtney's.
It was hers? Okay. Was there any blood or anything on it that you could see when you threw it in there?
I wasn't paying attention
You
to it.
don't know? Okay.
I just wanted it out of my hand.
You said she burned or you burned seat covers. Did you say she did or you did? The seat covers from the truck?
I think I probably did.
You did. Okay. And where did you burn those
In the
at?
burning barrel.
Okay.
And yeah, I've got a really short memory. I'm sure he said when he was sat in the police car with the officer that I like because of his mannerisms, that I'm sure he said that Courtney got rid of them or Kimberly got rid of them, not him. He didn't say he got rid of them. I'm pretty sure about that. It's too far to go back on that now. I should have made notes as I went along.
And where was the burning barrel at?
Up on the top of the hill.
It's just right up there?
Yeah.
Okay. What else was burnt in that burn barrel?
Trash.
Okay. What else as far as evidence?
That's it.
Okay. Clothes,
Nope.
anything
No
like that?
clothing, nothing like that.
Okay. All right. Okay. So there was, you came down here to help her with a flat tire. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And where was she when?
That was right here in this,
Okay. So,
which is also back towards that way is the trail.
okay. So off to the right is the trail that
The phone was on.
the phone was on. Okay. And how did you know she was here with a flat tire?
She called.
She called you?
Yes.
Okay. And when you showed up, how did you get down here?
I used the white Ford.
White Ford? Okay.
Yep, that was Monday night.
Monday night. And she had a flat tire on the Escape?
Yes.
Okay. You went and changed the flat tire.
Yes.
Okay. Walk me through what happened after
I
that.
came home.
You came home.
And
Where did they go?
She left and she went, I don't know where she went.
Okay.
Doubt
She
it
come
very
back
much.
15 minutes later
Okay.
and got the white Ford.
Okay.
She was gone 15 minutes with that and come back.
Okay. So Rebecca wasn't with you when you came out here in the Escape?
Correct.
Where was she?
She was already out here, passed away, deceased. I have a feeling. She was already out here.
So Rebecca was out here by herself for a long time?
No. Probably 10 minutes. 15 minutes.
Okay. Could she not run? Could she not get away? Was she?
She's pregnant. She was 38 weeks.
Right.
Pregnant.
You guys left in the pickup truck and came back. Why did you switch?
Because Courtney wanted the towel and a blanket.
Okay.
That was left in the escape.
What was Courtney like on the way back? You guys went to the escape. What was her demeanor like?
Frustrated.
At what?
At Rebecca.
Just in general or about something specific?
In general.
Did she think that she had killed her?
Not at that point, no. Because she feels like the girls don't appreciate her as a mom.
Well, she's not a mum, really.
Did you talk on the way back to the house?
No.
Didn't say anything at all to each other?
I didn't want to know what was going on for sure. She was on one of these hills.
Okay.
When Courtney did what she did.
So it was on a hill just on the side?
Yes.
You said she covered her up in leaves?
Because Rebecca jumped up on the curb or up on the embankment because she thought her mom was going to hit her with the escape.
Okay.
It might initially happened up further.
Okay.
The stabbing.
Okay. So to your knowledge, she was found in the exact spot that you guys left her?
Correct.
Okay.
We were also told us by social media that she was found in a river.
Okay.
And we knew better than that.
The jeans you had on that night?
I believe so.
Do you think they have blood on them or anything from the baby?
So. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
The basket in the laundry room or in the bathroom? Or
They'd be in the bedroom. The laundry basket in the bathroom's dirty clothes.
Well,
Courtney and Brad were both
hang a
arrested.
minute here. If Courtney and Kimberly had blood on their clothes, the clothes would go into the laundry room because the clothes would be dirty because they got blood on them. They wouldn't have just changed their clothes for the sake of it if the clothes were still clean. So a lot of what he says is, he contradicts himself, and some of the stuff he comes out with is a load of bullshit.
In connection with Rebecca's death, after prosecutors alleged they forced the pregnant victim into the woods before stabbing her multiple times and cutting her unborn baby from her womb, ultimately killing both. They were each arrested for first-degree premeditated murder, torture, unlawful imprisonment, and assault of a pregnant person. At last check, Courtney, Brad, and Kimberly's cases remain open, and they are expected back in court later this year. Subscribe now.
So I'll stop sharing that one. I'll see if I can find some more about when they got arrested. I have to take the headphones off because it always irritates my ear. Right, let me just go back and see if I can find the arrest one. Let me just put in there Rebecca parts. Oh, not powerful, okay. Let's see if I can get the news ones. Court TV. No, I want the actual news. How long, how many minutes is that on for? Long crime, closing arguments. What I might do is just play this short video and then you can see them. Okay. Right. Right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to read as I'm going ahead. So I want to share screen. Which one is it I want? This one.
Forced her into a vehicle.
Oops. Oh,
They brought Rebecca.
a minute. Let me make sure. How do I do it from the beginning?
They brought Rebecca Park to their home. They forced her into a vehicle and took her into the woods where they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they
Of course, I can't hear it because I took the headphones off.
ultimately causing her death and the death of the baby.
Oops.
This is as heinous and as awful the case as it could be.
I'll click to like that while I'm
There
there.
are any circumstances in which Mr. Bartholomew should be granted any bond. They brought Rebecca Park to their home. They forced her into a vehicle and took her into the woods where they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut her baby out of her,
Disgusting.
ultimately causing her death and the death of the baby. This is as heinous and as awful the case as it could be. And I don't believe there are any circumstances in which Mr. Bartholomew should be granted any bond.
Yeah, so that's that one.
It was November.
Shush. No, I don't want
It
to
was
pay
November
you.
2020.
Quiet, man. Let me stop sharing and it won't come onto it. That's what it's going to do. Search. Charges. No, stop it. Why does the videos always have to play straight away? Close. Oh, I'm not. Is this about a thing? I might as well play this one. Seems it wants to play. It's screaming at me saying to play, so let's play it. Why not?
We're following right now. The mother and stepfather of Rebecca Park have both now been charged with murder. Courtney and Brad Bartholomew both face 8 counts, including first-degree murder, torture, and assault of a pregnant person. Prosecutors say the couple planned the attack, stabbing and killing both her and the child. The prosecutor called it, quote, evil personified. Both are being held without bond, and Rebecca's baby still has not been found.
Yep, so
the case of
so yeah, so you can see it's really a horrendous case. Yeah, it was her mother that did it. She's apparently also a wheelchair user, so you know she must be still pretty good. Let me take these off. She still must be pretty good to be able to get around using a wheelchair, and being, you know, high as a kite on drugs and everything else. So yeah, it was her mother, but a few months before hand, Rebecca only had contact with her adoptive parents, and then she managed to find her biological mum and decided to try and make a go of things, and that's how they repaid Rebecca. You know, as I always say, every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child. And Kimberly and Courtney certainly didn't deserve to have anything to do with Rebecca, because if, you know, they hadn't got in contact, Rebecca would have had a lovely baby boy by now. She was so close to deliver him. And then the rumors afterwards were the baby died short time afterwards. Whether or not this is true, how quickly the baby demised after being ripped out from its mum's stomach. There were some reports going around saying that the baby died shortly afterwards, and that Courtney and Kimberly's disposed of the baby somewhere, but no one knows where that baby is. And then there was other reports that was that they sold the baby and that to traffickers. So, you know, apparently the mother just said she wanted another baby, and obviously she was past it to have kids of her own. And but with her background, why she would want another child is beyond me. You know, she can't cope with the adult one, not knowing a newborn baby. So, right. So that was the only motive, was that she wanted Rebecca's baby no matter what. and she somehow got it, but she never thought it through. There's, you know, I thought at the time when the case came out that if the mother really wanted her daughter's baby, they could have kidnapped the baby when the baby was born. You know, she could have took Rebecca to the hospital to give birth. Then the baby would be in like a nursery room, maybe for the first night to give Rebecca time to heal after giving birth. And then the grandmother could have gone in there, took the baby and be away with it. She didn't have to go as far as murder and that. So, you know, you never know what goes through people's minds at times, do you? So, right, I shall end this live now. Hopefully you can catch it up on replay and catch my one that I did this morning. So for now, that is it. I'll probably see you later on Jay's group. I'm still probably going to be awake. I don't know how long I can stay awake because it starts at midnight for me. And if hers are 3 hours long, then it's like 3 o'clock in the morning for me. So a bit too long for me. Right, see you later. Bye.